Hello, welcome to Let's Get Growing. We're on pack 12, and so we're in June. We're just at the start of June, and suddenly it's boiling hot. So it's been quite a challenging year gardening wise, and I've been out in the hot sun all day. And so it's evening now, it's a bit cooler, and I'm working in the shade. So I'm going to start with this week's packs. So in your pack, the first thing you should have is a tomato plant, and these are cherry tomatoes, and these were donated by Beverly, who's one of the Let's Get Growing scheme members, and she had a surplus and she came in and potted these up, so we're going to distribute them to you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look and see how its root system is, and that's ready for a bigger pot. They grow really quickly, the tomatoes, and it's important not to stunt their growth. So I've got a bigger pot. I'm just going to tip it. I'm not going to tease those out at all. I'm not going to disturb them. I'm just going to put it in, and then gently put the compost around it. Press it down. And the other thing I want to show you with tomatoes, as some of you might already know this, is the important thing when you grow in cordon tomatoes. So we're training them to be upright, so not bush. Bush tomatoes are different and you can let them sprawl, but these ones we're training them to grow taller. So what we need to do is pinch out. So you've got your central stem here, and then you've got your side shoots coming out, but in between these side shoots tomatoes put on a lot of growth, so I'm just going to pinch them out there. And then I've got another one here, I'm going to pinch that one out. And you have to do this quite regularly. I think that's all of them for now. And then what I would also do with this is I'd probably put a cane in there and tie it up to it and give it a good water. So that's your tomato plant. And the next thing is the new flat leaf parsley plants, because our other ones have gone to seed because they're biannuals, so they flower and seed in their second year. So we're going to start with new ones. So we grew these from seed this spring. So again, I'm going to have a examination. Oh yeah, that's very desperate. These grow really quick as well. So I'm going to put that into this size pot. Same principle, tip it, place it in the middle, I'm not disturbing it. I'm going to put compost around it, press it down, give it a good water. And I think what I would do with this one is I'm just going to snip off these, and you can eat them, you can use them in your cooking, and that will just encourage it to start regrowing. And then the final thing you should have is an envelope with some little gem lettuces. These are my favourite kind of lettuce. These are kind of a crunchy lettuce, whereas the other ones have been more salad bowl, which is quite suitable for cut and come again. But these ones you'll just get a whole sort of nice crunchy little lettuce. So the thing with lettuces, I know we've done it before, but it's better to sow lettuces little and often. So this is called successional sowing, and you do this with quite a lot of crops. You do this with radish, spring onion, because you don't want a massive glut all at once, and you want a steady supply throughout the summer. So I'm just going to do this in, I've got a mushroom punnet with some holes in the bottom. Put my compost in and press it down, and just have a pinch of seeds, so you can put them all in what you get in your envelope. I'm just going to sort of try and scatter them. I'm just going to cover them lightly because they're only small seeds. Press them down. Got a label somewhere, little jam lettuces. And then they can have a water. And then just have a quick look at some of the other things. So that was my little Leo sunflower. And I think we potted them up last time. I'm going to have a little look. Yeah, that needs to go into a bigger pot. So I'm going to do the next size up. Something's had a nibble, but it seems to be surviving. So these are the dwarf sunflowers, so it doesn't need a stake. But I did notice some of so they're going like crazy, this sun. So that one, I did put it in quite a big pot. It's a bit dry, but that one's kind of ready to either go out into the ground or into a bigger pot. And that one's quite desperate, so we'll do them probably into the next size up pot again. The other thing is the cosmos. So the slugs have had a go at some of these. I think there's 2 of them that have been damaged. I'll just have a check underneath, but I can't see any. They've probably moved on to some other plants. But I think, yeah, it's sort of holding together. So I would think that I would either put these into this size pot or put them into their final growing place. And I can show you what I've done with some of my earlier ones in a minute. The basil hasn't done very well, but it's the warmer, it likes this warmer weather, so I would be pricking these out. The principle's the same as what we did, so we'd use a dibber, get a clump out, and then just handle them by the leaves. It's got a very small root system. So you could put them into trays like this, or you could put them into small pots just to grow them on a bit. And I wouldn't do all of them because I don't need all of them. I'd probably just choose a few. I think that's it. But we can show. Let's have a look over here and see how things are going here. So I'm really pleased with the alliums. Really lovely. These flower heads and the poached egg plants. California poppy, that's had a flower, and that's been nice. It's got some more flower heads on there. Calendula's picked up, and the strawberries have got some fruit on them. Can you see that? And the potatoes going for it. And then these are some window boxes. I'll move them. It's not very sunny where they're going to go, so I've just kept them here so I can keep an eye on them. But this is cosmos and some snapdragons from Rudbeckia that I've potted on, and I'm just keeping here just to watch out for slugs, just temporarily. So the main problems at the moment is keeping everything watered really. And so the best time to water is either in the morning or in the evening when the sun's not on the plants, otherwise you lose a lot of the water to evaporation, and also you're encouraging the plants to drink at the hottest point of the day. I mean, it is a luxury to be able to do that. We can't actually do that at work, but at home you've got a bit more control over that. And the other thing's watching out for slugs. And also what I am going to do with some of these plants, the onions and potatoes, is I'm going to water them and then I'm going to feed them with my nettle feed, and it's good to do that once a week. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. So happy growing, and hope that you're enjoying the sunshine, but don't get too hot like me. I'm bothered. And yeah, if you've got any, if you want to show us any of your pictures or you've got any questions, then remember there's the Facebook page. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.